What's up, everybody? Tyson Roush. Let's talk Jets radio. Thank you to everybody joining us on our stream today. We had a lot of fun and a roller coaster ride of a game, which the Jets won, and they desperately needed to win this game for a litany of reasons. So I'll try to give you some insight, some highs, some lows, whatever else. Not a lot of stats because I haven't had a chance to look at any of them. Right now it seems like Coach Sala is starting to come into his own. He has a better feel for the game. His personality is starting to come out. He's rallying the players. He's working the refs. Time management is still kind of sketchy at times, but I think you could see growth and improvement in the coach. Also, Mike LaFleur, too, even with a struggling quarterback, some very creative play calling. The Jets sweep to Moore, got a little more aggressive. Sala gets a little more aggressive on fourth down, which is good. If you're a 2-8 team, you have a lot more flexibility to be more aggressive. But the coaching staff in general, you see some good things, especially coming out of halftime, kind of like a high and low half. Third quarter, both sides of the ball played very well. So there's definitely good things there. Now, the biggest story, obviously, will be Zach Wilson. Coming back off an injury, we expected some rust. You want to see some little things that you can grow on and improve on, and the early results were not good. He still, for whatever reason, cannot make the easy throws consistently. He had a terrible interception where he threw the ball, kind of like playing hero football. I think it was in the fourth quarter, he did the same thing where he almost got himself hurt, almost took a sack in the end zone. It's like sometimes he just plays haphazard. And I understand that there's a lot of these things are rookie things, but some of these things are just like situational awareness, game awareness, and fundamentals. Like it's kind of frustrating, but he did get banged up. He came back in. He faced a lot of adversity. This is why I was glad this game was on the road. This was his first game back. Because if this game was in MetLife, especially in the first quarter, he'd probably been booed off the field. We were almost at a point in the second quarter where it's like, you know what? If he continues to play this bad, put Josh Johnson in because he wasn't looking good at all. He didn't look comfortable. He looked overwhelmed. But then he started to get some rhythm. Even like some of his intermediate throws, I think he had one to Barrios and one to Moore. He's ripping it, man. Like he's got to learn how to use his velocity better. But at the end of the day, game on the line, he did make some good throws. The Jets, it is what it is. I know it's going to be a big story tomorrow because we're hoping to see a lot more. It's his first game back. But, you got to see more consistency and you got to see more just better fundamental play. The running backs, the story, Austin Walter came out of nowhere. Very fast, explosive back. Showed a lot of good things. Got a touchdown. Tevin Coleman and Ty Johnson both did their things. Kind of make it seem like, Michael Piron's probably never going to play here. Because you already have Michael Carter. I mean, you're seeing a lot of good things from the running backs. Offensive line, inconsistent at times. There was some times where Zach Wilson was getting completely blown up, where nobody was getting blocked at all. And that's kind of been the story. But then they had time. Then they started to get settled in and ran the ball more effectively. So, again, a lot of highs and lows on both. Elijah Moore had some big catches. Keelan Cole had a big catch. You like to see that Zach is able to spread the ball around a little bit more. Jameson Crowder did his thing. Defensively, a lot of guys stepped up. I think the Jets had 5 sacks. I could be wrong there. John Franklin Myers, after a week of being roasted for personal foul, I think he had like 2 sacks, 2 tackles for a loss, and he had interception, which was a huge play at the moment of the game. Quinton Williams with a sack. Quincy Williams continues to play at a very high level. Easily the Jets' fastest linebacker. Very aggressive, some big pop. I'm trying to think who else. Javelin Guidry continues to compete and play very well. Bryce Hall was tested often today and came up. He started off rough in the first quarter, came on as the game got on. Very good coverage on Brandon Cooks. I think in other weeks, he'd probably been called for pass interference. This week, he got those calls, which was great. But overall, in the past, when the Jets offense needed support for the defense, they would never get it. Today, they got it 3 different times, where the defense got the Texans off the field and made big statements and big stops, and that's exactly what you want. And sometimes you need that. You need to have complementary football to help you win football games. The defense definitely stepped up. Now, I recognize who they played against, but any given Sunday, man, like every week in the NFL, you see the best teams lose to the worst teams. You see all kinds of chaos. All you can do is play the opponent in front of you and win the game. And they did that. And there's a lot of really good things. They played with a lot of effort. Amendola missed another kick, which was disappointing. I mean, his days have to be numbered at this point because now you're to the point in your play calling where you're not calculating field goals because you don't trust your kicker, which is never a good thing. So I know they signed they signed the guy to the practice squad. I don't know if that guy kicker's any good or not, but I think it's time to have some auditions. And other than that, I'm trying to think what else. I'm trying to cover it all from what I remember. I think it's just a win, man. Like I'm happy for it. I'm hoping that Zach can figure out how to get these things straightened out before the season's over. He has 6 more games against the, 6 more games, start with the Eagles next week at home. And I think the fan base is like, right now with Zach Wilson, I'm kind of like, every time he drops back to throw, you hold your breath. You're like, what is he going to do now? And that's not an exciting feeling. It's a nerve-wracking feeling. Hopefully he becomes a lot more consistent. But all in all, a win's a win, and you're seeing, other than the quarterback position, you're seeing a lot of encouraging things, which is all you could ask for at this point in a lost season, a rebuilding season, where it's just find building blocks, find pieces to move forward with. But to me, you're becoming a lot more encouraged about this coaching staff. So we'll be live Monday night, 8 o'clock, recapping everything. Tuesday night, thank you to everybody that is supporting us for our shirts. We definitely appreciate it. And have a good day.